Assalamu alaikum, dear listeners. Welcome back to another episode of English Podcast with Asif. This is the 15th episode, and today we are going to learn certain important expressions which English speakers use all the time. They're extremely common in conversation, and that's what makes them essential to master the English language. And therefore, dear listeners, if you really aspire to have a strong hold on English language, then you must make an effort to learn these expressions. These expressions, dear listeners, are called phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs will help you sound more natural and more fluent in casual conversation. So learning them becomes very, very important. Dear listeners, actually I have made up my mind to share with you around 15 phrasal verbs which are commonly used by English speakers in day-to-day conversation. But before I do that, I think it would be more appropriate to talk about what basically phrasal verbs are. Phrasal verbs, in simple words, are the combination of a verb and a preposition or an adverb. Okay, that means phrasal verb is equal to a verb plus a preposition or an adverb. Like an example is there, give up. You all know give is a verb and up is an adverb. Another example could be look after or look up. So look is a verb and up is an adverb. Or give in. Give is a verb and in is a preposition. So now let's know what is the difference between an idiom, because in the previous episode I'm sure you have listened to that. If you haven't, if you are new to this, then you must watch that episode too. You can watch that later, or you can watch that first and then you can watch this phrasal verbs, but you know that doesn't really matter. So you know that idioms have a figurative meaning, okay, not literal meaning, and same is the case with phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs also most of the time have figurative meaning, not literal meaning. Okay, you could see the first phrasal verb I just mentioned was give up. We all know what give means, but give up does not mean, you know, giving something that is upwards. It means simply, we all know, it means to stop doing something or to quit. We all are making endeavors, making efforts to learn language, but we should never ever give up. Okay, so there is too an idiomatic meaning. Now you would ask, what is the difference between an idiom and a phrasal verb? It is just the definition. Okay, you know, I talked about phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs is a verb and a preposition. Okay, but it doesn't happen in idioms. Idioms can be like, you know, there won't be any verb at all, and there will be a verb and there won't be other other component like preposition and you know, only preposition and adverb. Okay, there may be other things also in it. Okay, if you really want to know how idioms are, I suggest you to, if you haven't watched the previous episode, I suggest you to watch that first. Okay, the link is in the description. So the idea is that we are going to learn 15 phrasal verbs today. So I'm sure you're all ready. I suggest you to listen to them very carefully. If you want to be actively you know, participating in this episode, you can just jot down or write down in the comment box the examples or the sentences. Okay, that way you'd be a kind of active listener. But if you are doing some other work, or you're driving, or you're doing some other work, and maybe, I mean, lots of stuff you can do while listening. Okay, because listening is very easy, you know, listening to podcasts, because you can do other sorts of things at the same time. Okay, so if you don't have time, then it's absolutely fine. You can, you know, listen to them. Okay, try to remember them, and then you try to use them, get these phrasal verbs into your language, into your day-to-day conversation or day-to-day speaking. Okay, so I'm sure you're all ready. So here we go for 15 beautiful, famous, useful phrasal verbs. Number one phrasal verb is turn up. Turn up. turn, is verb, and up is an adverb. Okay, so turn up means to appear suddenly. For example, you have arranged a party and you have invited a friend of yours. Okay, so he did not come yet, he did not arrive on party. So if somebody asks you where is your friend, so you can say he did not turn up yet, or she did not turn up yet. And if he suddenly appears there, if he suddenly arrives to the party, so you can say that ABC has turned up now. Okay, turn up means to appear, to come, to arrive, and especially to arrive suddenly, to appear suddenly. Phrasal verb number 2 is figure out. Figure out. It's not figure out, it's figure out. Figure out has two meanings. It means to understand something. Okay, I'm sure that you figured out what I'm talking about as far as phrasal verbs are concerned. And it also means to solve. Let's figure out the problems of each other, shall we? Okay. Number 3 is cheer up. CHEERUP, up. Cheer up. Cheer up means to become happier. It does not mean to clap. Many times it happened that when I talk to my students, because I'm a full-time teacher in a school, and I run an online English language class also. You can be part of that if you want to. You can let me know in the comment box. So I love speaking, and I want my audience to be cheerful, to be happy, to be smiling. So I most of the time, when I see my audience, when I see my students gloomy, and they are sometimes sort of poker faced, okay, no expressions at all on their faces, so I tell them cheer up. Okay, and most of the time I got this response, and they started clapping. Okay, but remember that cheers is something else, and cheer up is something else. Okay, I have told you that they have idiomatic meaning. Okay, not what apparently it seems to be, but other than that. Okay, cheers means to clap, and cheer up means to be happier, to smile. Like an example I would like to give, she cheered up when she heard the good news. And I get cheered up when I get more subscribers, and I get lots of things are there which cheer me up. It's not only YouTube and these episodes. Okay, and it would really add to my cheerfulness if you smash the like button and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Phrasal verb number 4 is break down. Okay, or break something down. Break down means to divide something into smaller parts. Okay, sometimes certain things are very lengthy, so you want to break it down, or you want to divide it into smaller parts. So sometimes I can say that I break down this video into 3 points or 3 parts. Okay, or you can use it like our teacher broke final project down into 3 separate parts. So you can break down your speech, you can break down your maybe essay you are writing, or lots of things are there which you can break down. Break down doesn't literally mean that you're breaking something. Okay, it means to separate into or divide into smaller parts in order to make it maybe understandable. So phrasal verb number 5 is call something off, or call off. Call off means to cancel. Okay, we called off the meeting due to the bad weather, or we have to call off the program because of certain reasons. Okay, call off means to cancel. Phrasal verb number 6 is call somebody up, or call up. Call up simply means to phone, to call by phone. So when you are calling somebody, just calling them, so you can use the call. Okay, but when you are calling on phone, so you can say call up. Okay, I have a very funny story to tell as far as this call up is concerned. Once I had suggested my students, and whenever I teach language, I even force students to talk in one language, because unless you really restrict yourself to one language, you will not really get hold of it. Okay, so they were small kids, okay, around students of 5th class. So I was in the class, and a student was calling me, okay, and he said, somebody else is calling me, okay, some other student is calling me. He wanted to see me. So he just was in the corridor, and he asked me, sir, Ibrahim is calling you. Okay, he thought that I would misunderstand it, I would not get it. Okay, I would maybe think that he's calling me by phone. So he said me, sir, Ibrahim is calling you by mouth. Okay, so it made me laugh, but I had to clear it there that when you are calling somebody, quote unquote, by mouth, you just say call. Okay, my mother is calling you. Okay. If you are referring to calling on phone, so you can say call up. Okay, give me your number, I'll call you up. Number 7 is count on somebody or something. Okay, count on means to rely on, to be dependent on. So when you are in a difficult situation, who do you count on? That means, who do you rely on? Who do you consider your well-wisher or your sympathizer? Okay, so I usually count on my family. Okay, I even count on my friends. I count on my students even. Okay, sometimes sharing things and just feeling cheerful, cheering each other up. Okay, so that's how I count on my students too. So who do you count on? Let me know in the comment box. Phrasal verb number 8 is get something across or get something over. It means to communicate, to convey your message, okay, or to manage to make someone understand or believe something. Okay, so I'm sure that I'm able to get the meaning of these phrasal verbs over. Am I? Okay, that means I'm able to communicate and convey and make you understand what I'm talking about. Let me give another example. We tried to get our points across, but he just wouldn't listen. Okay, if somebody wouldn't listen to you, you cannot get your message across, can you? Phrasal verb number 9 is get over. Get over. Get over means to overcome a problem or to feel better after something or somebody has made you unhappy, or get better after your illness. Okay, if you have been ill, like I can give an example. I had a bit of cold, but I have overcome that. That means I am feeling better now. Or sometimes you were in a problem and you just got over that, so you can say I got over the problem that I was in. And there are certain problems, it takes time to get over certain things in life. Okay, there are. Number 10 is hand something out. Hand out. Okay, it means to distribute to a group of people. Okay, to distribute something. For example, I'm in the classroom, I have to hand out or distribute the worksheet, so I can say let me hand out the worksheet, or let somebody hand out the worksheets. Okay, would you please hand out the balloons to the children? Number 11 is let somebody down. Let somebody down. We use it like don't let me down. It means to fail to support or help or disappoint someone. Okay, if somebody disappoints you, he lets you down. Okay, I'm sure you won't let me down, will you? I need you to be on time. Don't let me down. That means don't disappoint me. You got to be on time. Okay, number 12 is take after. Take after somebody. Okay, it means to resemble, to be like someone. Okay, it can be by looks or it can be by habits. Okay, if your and others looks are same, so you take after him or her. Okay, I can say like I take after my mother. We are both emotional, so it's like attitude, so we resemble as far as being emotional is concerned. So who do you take after? Let me know in the comment box. Number 13 is work out. Work out. One workout is exercise. Okay, I work out at gym every day. Okay, another example of workout or meaning of workout is be successful or succeed in something. Okay, so I tried to do this, but it did not work out. It means it did not, happen. Okay, it did not go well, it did not succeed, the plan did not work out, or the plan worked out. Okay, I'm sure that the plans that you have made for 2021 will work out. Number 14 phrasal verb is hang on. Hang on, very useful phrasal verb. Hang on means to wait. Okay, if you are asking someone to hang on, that means you are asking them to wait. Hang on, I'm coming in a while. Okay, hang on, I'm concluding the video now. Okay, now this is going to be 15th one, that is crop up. Crop up, C-R-O-P-U-P, up. Crop up means to happen something unexpectedly, or to appear something unexpectedly. Okay, for example, you are giving a speech, and in your mind a quote appears, or a story appears. Okay, so you can tell them that a quote just cropped up in my mind, let me share with you. Okay, I just remembered the quote, or the quote appeared in my mind. Okay, quote, it's quote. Okay, now the quote is, that's how I'm going to conclude now, and you can see lots of phrasal verbs in this quote. Okay, no matter how you feel, no matter how you feel, get up, dress up, show up, and never ever give up. No matter how you feel, get up, dress up, show up, and never give up. And that's how I conclude this episode, okay, on phrasal verbs. I hope you have listened to them very carefully. If you want to listen to them again, no problem in that, because after all, we have to be good listeners, patient listeners. Okay, and if you are listening to episodes over and over again, no problem, you will that way master the information that we are sharing through this episode. Okay, so thank you very much once again for being part of it. Okay, if you are new to this community, okay, so do subscribe to be part of this beautiful community of beautiful listeners. Okay, so thank you once again. Take care of yourselves. God be with you.